A video is going viral, sparking widespread attention. This incident reportedly took place around the New Year. In the video, a Tamil pastor is seen praying, and it's claimed that he prayed for harm to come to leaders like Modi, Amit Shah, and Nirmala Sitharaman. News channels have also amplified this story. We are here to respond to this matter. Such actions and statements are not just cheap, but extremely dangerous. Spreading these kinds of news, driven by misinformation or ill intentions, can create unnecessary tension and harm society. Let's dive deeper into this issue and discuss the truth behind it. First of all, this incident is not from 2025, but from the previous year, and it was on social media X. There were many posts about it. Now, in 2025, it's being spread with some exaggerated claims. The sad part is that a news channel posted a video on YouTube with a long discussion, making statements against the Christian community. We are going to refute and dismiss the claims made in this video. They started with a logical fallacy, but such things can create hate between two communities. Let's play the video.
नम्रता चौधरी और मेरे साथ हैं मेरे वरिष्ठ सहयोगी पंकज प्रसून। सोशल मीडिया पर एक वीडियो वायरल हो रहा है जो कि तमिलनाडु के चर्च का बताया जा रहा है और यहाँ पर एक शख्स दुआ कर रहा है नरेंद्र मोदी के मरने की, दुआ कर रहा है योगी आदित्यनाथ के मरने की, निर्मला सीतारमण को लेकर भी वो कुछ इसी तरीके की दुआ करता हुआ नजर आ रहा है। और इन सब के बीच राम मंदिर को तोड़कर चर्च बना दिया जाएगा, ऐसी भी उसकी दुआ है।
जो दावा किया जा रहा है, पहले मैं उसके बारे में बताऊं, फिर बताता हूं कि सच्चाई क्या है। दावा यह है कि तमिलनाडु के चर्च के अंदर ये सरमन दिया गया है न्यू ईयर से पहले, और उन्होंने निर्मला सीतारमण, नरेंद्र मोदी, अमित शाह और योगी आदित्यनाथ इन चारों के हत्या की कामना की है। तमिल में कहा है, उसका मैं अंग्रेजी में अनुवाद करके बताता हूँ। जीसस प्लीज किल नरेंद्र मोदी, अमित शाह, निर्मला सीतारमण, योगी आदित्यनाथ। Jesus give us the strength to destroy Ayodhya Ram temple and build a church there. मेन बात यह है कि तमिलनाडु से इस तरह की तमाम खबरें आ रही हैं और वहां के जो सत्ता में बैठे लोग हैं उनका भी आपने सुना होगा, वो भी क्रिश्चियनिटी फॉलो करते हैं और उन्होंने कैसे हिंदुओं को या सनातन को एड्स की तुलना की, डेंगू की तुलना की उनसे। और आरोप इस तरह के है कि तमिलनाडु में खास करके ईसाई तबका बड़े पैमाने पर धर्मांतरण भी कर रहा है। मछुआरे समाज का जो वहां पे जो समंदर किनारे रहते हैं ना, उसके बीच ये सब बहुत एक्टिव है। गरीबी है वहां पे और ये लालच, लोभ वगैरह बीमारी ठीक करने के नाम पे, और number of churches are increasing in Tamil Nadu.
Notice how the points were raised and then diverted to a completely different narrative. The main question was whether the Tamil pastor prayed to harm the leaders. Without clarifying this, the guest speaker shifted the focus to the Christian community and attempted to portray Christians as trying to create a divide against Hindus. Politics and religion are two different fields. Religion is always a sensitive topic, and one should be cautious when making any statements about it. But these people know that Christians are not taught to hate, and they are not encouraged to respond violently. So here, the journalist chose to please the Hindu community with misinformation, likely for personal satisfaction or a political agenda, as we have been witnessing repeatedly. First of all, the video shows no indication of the pastor promoting violence, neither through words nor actions. If you observe the body language of the pastor and the people in the church, they all appear calm, and their facial expressions seem somber. According to Christian doctrine, we are commanded to pray for our neighbors. So how Christian can abuse the leaders? As stated in Luke 6:27-28, Luke 6:28, Matthew 5:44, and Matthew 5:43-44. And whole teaching of Jesus is about blessing and forgiveness. Even Jesus was crucified and did not curse. This is our practice. But the guest speaker addressed the video, but then diverted the discussion, raised questions, and answered them on his own, statements that we don't agree with or believe in. And then the guest speaker went further and raised another point, religious conversion. Again, using a logical fallacy, he made his own assumptions about conversion. Pay attention here. This is about voluntary conversion, not forced conversion like some Hindu fanatic groups have been practicing regularly. But charges are being made against Christians with no proof, while Hindu violent groups are forcing and abusing people with caste-based insults all day.
और जिस तरह की वहां आइडियोलॉजी चल रही है, वो कहा जाता है कि वो एंटी सनातन आइडियोलॉजी है। वो अपने आप को द्रविडियन आइडियोलॉजी कहते हैं।
हाँ।
और पेरियार के फॉलोअर कहते हैं खुद को। तो पेरियार के फॉलोअर ठीक है, मतलब वो आर्यों के खिलाफ थे या फिर जो हमारा जो सनातन उसके खिलाफ थे, लेकिन पेरियार भी कभी चर्च के पक्ष में नहीं थे।
Once again, they're raising unrelated topics that do not address the main subject of the video. Tamil Nadu follows a different ideology. But how does that relate to Christians? Christians have their own doctrine, which is about seeking God. Guys, notice how the guest speaker brought up Dravidian ideology and mentioned Periyar's ideology, claiming that Periyar never supported the church. But when did Christians ever claim that Periyar supported the church?
मैं बार-बार बोलता हूं ना कि ये दरअसल एक तरीका है, पहले हिंदुत्व से काटो। जब आदमी उससे विरक्त होने लगेगा तो अपने आप फिर आपकी तरफ अट्रैक्ट करेगा वो। और ये आदिवासियों में भी आप देखिएगा, दलितों में भी देखिएगा, वो साउथ इंडिया में जो तमिलनाडु में हो रहा है वो देखिएगा। सबसे पहले वो ये नहीं कहते कि हमारे पास आ जाओ, वो जो हिंदू धर्म में की बुराइयां बताते हैं।
Christians don't point out the evils in Hinduism, but the world already knows about them. Even within the Hindu community, people have criticized the system and discrimination. So, it is well known by individuals in India and around the world. It is not a valid reason for Christians to falsely convert uneducated people, because there are more than 4,000 religions in the world and India itself with different religions to choose from. And yes, stop thinking that poor people are fools. They know what's good or bad for them. Just give them the opportunities. You cannot put words in their mouths. Previously, the speaker claimed that Christians are converting people. Then the focus shifted, saying they highlight the wrongs in Hinduism. Remember guys, what was the main point of this video? The Tamil pastor's prayer. It wasn't addressed at all in the entire video, but instead, the speaker picked claims of his own interest from nowhere.
और बार-बार किसी भी जो बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ा लिखा नहीं है या उसके पास एक्सेस नहीं है बहुत ज्यादा जानकारियों का, तो उसको अगर बार-बार बताएगा कि आप में ये कमी, वो कमी, वो कमी, वो कमी, तो उसको लगने लगता है एक वक्त बाद कि सही में हमारा हिंदू खराब है, हिंदू धर्म जो है सनातन खराब है। और उसके बाद एक बार वो डिटैच हुआ ना तो फिर अपने ट्रैक पे लेना शुरू करते हैं।
Christianity is very different from other religions, and the main focus of Christian doctrine is turning away from sin and moving towards salvation. As Jesus said in Matthew 11:28-30, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." There are many verses that encourage people to seek the truth about the world and understand the purpose of humankind. Pointing out flaws in Hinduism does not automatically lead to accepting Christianity. If someone is able to recognize the wrongs in Hinduism, why wouldn't they apply the same scrutiny to Christianity as well? Of course, they would. Moreover, Christianity, with its completely different doctrine, makes it even harder to accept because no other religion focuses so deeply on the concept of sin and its solution. People tend to stick to what they were taught in childhood, even after being exposed to better options. Poverty and lack of resources are not valid reasons to convert people. The Christian community has established schools and hospitals to provide education and a healthy life for people. Education empowers individuals. So how can poor people remain poor and uneducated? False statements like yours are the real tools used to drive people away from Hinduism. As B.R. Ambedkar famously said, "It was not in my control to take birth in the Hindu religion, but I will not die in the Hindu religion."
मुझे पूरा यकीन है कि जिस पास्टर ने ये कहा है, उनके खिलाफ कभी कुछ नहीं होगा।
Churches are burned, and Christians are persecuted without any valid reason or proof. Even so, you wish government administration to act against the prayer of a Tamil pastor, which hasn't even been clarified yet. Isn't this fueling hate and provoking actions against a community?
जबकि ये खुलेआम हत्या की बात है। यहाँ कोई धर्मांतरण या फिर अपने धर्म के प्रचार प्रसार की बात ही नहीं है। ये तो सीधे कह रहा है कि जीसस हमें वो शक्ति दो कि हम नरेंद्र मोदी, अमित शाह, निर्मला सीतारमण और योगी आदित्यनाथ को मार सके। जीसस हमें वो शक्ति दो कि हम अयोध्या में जो प्रभु श्री राम का मंदिर बना है उसको मिटा सके, डिस्ट्रॉय कर सके और वहां पे एक चर्च की स्थापना कर सके। ये सरेआम inciting violence.
Once again, the guest journalist has not clarified whether the video is authentic. Instead, he directly declared the video as a provoking offense. Moreover, he added his own words that were not present in the video. In fact, the real charges apply against the journalist for defamation and making false accusations.
के अंतर्गत आएगा और मुझे लगता है कि दो तमिलनाडु के जो पास्टर हैं, मुझे पूरा यकीन है कि इनके खिलाफ कभी कुछ नहीं होगा, जबकि इनका जो भाषण है या इन्होंने जो किया है वो सरेआम हिंसा के लिए उकसाता है।
बिल्कुल
वो बोलते
अराजकता
हैं कि
फैलाने की बात कर रहे हैं ये तो।
नहीं, बोल रहे हैं ये कि इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी को, अमित शाह को, निर्मला सीतारमण को, योगी आदित्यनाथ की हत्या करने की शक्ति दो। ये हत्या के लिए कह रहे हैं। दूसरा ये कह रहे हैं कि जो अयोध्या में सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश पे जो राम मंदिर बना है उसको डिस्ट्रॉय कर दो और वहां पे एक चर्च की स्थापना करो। हे जीसस, मुझे ये शक्ति दो।
Around 2.3% of India's population identifies as Christian, and a recent report states that approximately 1.5 crore Hindus visited the temple out of the 110 crore Hindu population. Replacing the temple with a church would likely incite massive violence against Christians, especially when the Christian community is already facing false accusations on a daily basis. And who is gonna join the church that was replaced? As Christians have no belief on such act. You see the logical fallacies in the video.
तो ये दो समुदाय में विभेद पैदा करना, दो समुदाय में हिंसा को उकसाना और तीसरा हत्या की साजिश रचना, ये तीनों धाराएं इन पर लग सकती है, लेकिन तमिलनाडु में नहीं लगेगा।
हाँ, लगाई नहीं गई है।
नहीं लगेगी भी नहीं। तमिलनाडु देखिए, इस देश में या कहीं भी आप मोहम्मद पैगंबर का अपमान नहीं कर सकते। चाहे आप फ्रांस में हो तो शार्ले हेब्दो वाला हाल हो जाएगा। आप जीसस के बारे में नहीं बोल सकते उल्टा सीधा, लेकिन हिंदुओं को सरेआम गाली दे सकते हैं। हिंदू के देवी देवता, उनके प्रथाएं, सब पे आप आराम से गाली दे सकते हो और आप आराम से बच के निकल जाओगे।
You will get away easily, as the journalist mentioned in this video. In reality, there are false charges and warrant against Christians, as we have seen. Once again, there are logical errors in their argument. Hindu gods and goddesses are often depicted as fighting among themselves in mythology. Hindu scriptures lack terminology like blasphemy or even the concept of sin nature. No one is misquoting the scriptures. India is a Hindu majority country, and they have the ability to address any misinterpretations of their teachings. If there are no established teachings or strong doctrines to define such terms, how can you legally charge others for actions that contradict concepts that don't exist in Hindu doctrine? Without any sacred term or definition in the doctrine, what charges could reasonably apply? Now, the final part of our video. No clarification was provided by the news channel. All the accusations made by the senior journalist against Christians essentially apply to him and the news group itself. So, let us clarify the video of the Tamil pastor. Several media groups have already fact-checked the claims and confirmed that they are false. You can even try searching for this news, and it is easily available. The journalist here has knowingly done all of this to appease Hindus, assuming that Christians will not file any cases against them. But remember, this assumption doesn't always hold true. Mr. Journalist, you should not play with sensitive matters like this. There are consequences to face. May Jesus save you from the abuses that come from your own mouth and bring the message of salvation to all Indians, including the leaders.